Oh, hello there, and welcome to this new pick a card reading. If you're new in here, it's a pleasure to welcome you inside of my little tarot mystical den, temporary for now because it's going to change very soon. My name is Elizabeth and it's just an absolute pleasure to be reading your cards for you today. A lot of people call me Ellie or some people call me Liz. So whatever is your cup of tea. I just wanted to take a time to introduce myself in here today because since these last few weeks, ever since I've done my last video, which was back in December, if I believe, it's been a long time ago, you guys, okay? I feel like it's so weird to be back in here and to do some sort of like catch up, you and I. And you know, I don't know, like as an Aquarius sun, usually it's not my type to do these kinds of things. I'm kind of more so the type of person that is a little bit unapologetic. I'm the type of person that like I follow the content creators because I like them, I like what they do, and I don't really care. Like these people don't owe me, you know, an excuse for not showing up every other day and not following their schedule. I've always personally found that weird. Maybe that it's because I'm still a small creator and I don't know, maybe I just don't get it. Or maybe that is going to catch up to me later. I don't know, where I'm going to feel that pressure to post on a constant regular basis, but I don't know, that's just not how I function, me personally, as a creative type of person. But anyway, yeah, I've noticed a surge of new subscribers ever since I've posted my last video. So wanted to take this moment to pat myself a little bit in the back. Wanted to take this moment most and especially to welcome you all. I've been a professional tarot reader online for quite a few years now. I have a big, happy practice. I absolutely love what I do. And just in case some people that have been following me already were a little bit worried, don't worry, I'm okay. Okay, I'm doing perfectly fine. I've been doing lots of tarot readings still. Business has actually been booming this year for me on my side, which I'm quite happy about. I have an upcoming live tarot event again this week in Ontario once more. Thank you so much for everybody who has booked a live reading session with me this week. I can't wait to see your faces. I can't wait to brainstorm your questions and dilemmas. So yeah, for those of you that are new in here, I've been doing this for many moons now. It's my passion. Tarot is my absolute passion. And something that I love even more than reading tarot is helping people. So hopefully these readings so far have been helpful for some of you. And I'm really happy to see this little community growing. So what's in store for Madame Liz, right? Moving forward. Because I got a lot of projects right now that are brewing. And so I'm using this time that I have with you right now to do a little catch up as well. So yeah, besides the live events that have been more numerous on my schedule, I'm also working a lot. I've been focusing a lot these last few months on building my tarot course. So that has been my main focus so far these last few weeks because I really want, it's like one of my big objectives to put this course out there by around spring, maybe the beginning of summer. We'll see how it goes because I still got lots of subjects to cover, but hopefully that will be out soon. So for those of you that have been wondering if this course is still in the making, of course it is. It is such an honor to be able to like transmit and pass on to you this torch for my passion of tarot. I'm very excited to be teaching to you everything that I know, for you to be able to read the cards not only for yourself but for other people and maybe even professionally if that's been on your aim. And besides the tarot course, I'm also planning on my move. I'm moving from this apartment quite soon. I'm coming back to my hometown, you guys. I'm coming back to my childhood home. I'm taking over the family home that I grew up in. And what's pretty amazing is that I will have, okay, this is kind of like a little bit exclusive right now, but I'm preparing to build my own little tarot room and library inside of this home because I will be living, it will be kind of be like a little commune. We will be 4 people living in this house, me and 3 other of my best friends, and we're going to build a little bit of a community inside of this space. It is an absolute thrill. It's been one of my biggest dreams, you guys, to be able to have my own tarot parlor, a physical place where I can finally receive you at home and do these live readings face to face with you. I know that this also has been like a very big request of mine. A lot of people have asked me if I do live in-person readings, and I was always limited to these live events that I go to, but now finally, hopefully soon in a couple of months, I will have a physical space where I will be able to literally receive you. So that's another very exciting change. So I just want to as well thank this person that has suggested this reading today in one of my comment sections on one of my older videos. Someone wanted to see me do a yes or no pick a card reading, and it's well actually a yes or no pick a card reading was like, I think it was my second pick a card that I've done on this channel back a few years then when I started posting pick a card readings on it. So it was my second video ever that I've done. So I just thought, when I saw that comment of that person asking me for that, thank you, by the way, I don't remember what your name was. I tried to find that comment back again to thank you personally, but I couldn't find it. But thank you for your suggestions. I absolutely love it when you guys give me your feedback and those subjects of readings that you would like me to read on, because I want this channel to be for you as well. And yeah, what is better than to go back to my roots and do a refresh, to do a new yes or no pick a card reading like the one I've done a long time ago. But this one today will be a bit different because it will be live on camera. I will be pulling cards in front of you, and I will also be using my pendulum. So this should be quite exciting. So without further ado, let's go on ahead, shall we? In a few moments, you guys, there will be the pile selection on the screen. There will be different cards to choose from, different groups to choose from. And all that you have to do if you're new to pick a card readings is to take this moment of stillness to really reconnect with your guides and come back to your body. Take a few deep breaths and ask the universe, ask your spirit guides which group is the one for you. Concentrate on your question while asking this, okay? You can ask any question. And once your choice is done, head down inside of the description box down below, and you will see there all the timestamps associated with the different groups, and all that you have to do is click on the one that is associated with the group that you've chosen, and it is there that I shall receive you for your reading. Okay, so see you soon. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to today's reading. So today you're going to notice that I will be freestyling the shit out of this reading. So I have no plans in mind. I will be answering your question with my trustworthy pendulum, and then I'm going to pull a few cards for some more clarity and insights on your question directly on camera. So if some of you aren't happy with your answer, you may get some more clarity as to how to change this answer, or as to how that is with the cards. Or if you're happy with it, then this may just offer you some more detailed context on why that is. Thank you so much to the follower who has requested this reading. I love to read for just about anything, and I love when you guys share your requests and suggestions with me, because I want to do readings that you also want to receive on this channel. That is very important to me also, to be able to give back my gratitude to you guys. So yeah, okay, let's get into it. And I hope that you've taken the time that you needed to think about your question. because we're getting started right now. Okay, so Spirit, connect me to the question of group 1 and tell me if this is a yes or a no that you see for them. Interesting. Group 1. We are starting with a pretty anonymous no for you. But why is that? Let's check with your card. So this looks like a no. Let me put this right there. Okay. Let's check what your tarot messages have to say. Wait, let's start with these cards first. Okay. Spirit, why is the answer to the question of group 1 no? What do you have to say about their question? This may take a while, by the way. Okay, we have a card here. It says, New Moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. I feel like your question, Pawan, for a lot of you who have felt drawn to this spell could be asking your question from a place of anxiety, actually. And this is what I'm getting from this new moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. And new moons are usually a time for a new beginning as well, or a time to have a new chance at something, maybe a time to start anew with something. So if some of you have been a bit worried about what's going to happen, maybe you don't know what's going to happen, maybe you feel a bit insecure about the future could feel somehow like an enigma to you, my group 1. And I feel like Spirit is just not on with your question, because it kind of feels as though Spirit doesn't want to feed into any kind of like extra anxiety for you guys. And it really wants you to trust that things are going the right direction as they already are. And this is interesting. Do you see that? We have the card of healing that came out for you guys as kind of like the energy that is manifesting inside of your life. These are my manifestation cards. By the way, I always use them only for my witch readings or to see and forecast readings, kind of like, or general readings, what my current is kind of manifesting at this time. And we have the card of healing for you with that beautiful green hue again, much like the card of Virgo. And it's funny because Virgo, I really associate this sign with healing. And, you know, Virgo is kind of like the caretaker of the zodiac. So it's really interesting because you guys, my group 1, it's as though Spirit wants you to trust in the way that things are going right now. We have this Sun in Taurus, the card of acquisition. This is also second house energy. Second house Taurus energy can have to do with, especially since this is the theme of acquisition here, it can speak about your loyalty to something. It can speak about you guys wanting to acquire something, being after something. Or this can speak about you guys maybe being a bit possessive, maybe, about the outcome or how you want something to turn out. I feel like there's a need to be a bit more flexible here for some reason. It's as though you guys could have some kind of attachment to the way that you see things going right now. You guys could have a certain attachment to a certain outcome that you're wishing. And maybe that you guys think that if things don't turn out this way, then maybe it means that it's not something's is not going to happen for you, or maybe that you think that things are going to go a wrong way, but that's not the case at all. And we have here Jupiter and Gemini, third house energy to kind of bluff. Do you see how this character here on this card is blindfolded? It's almost as though group one, Spirit acknowledges that right now there are so many parts to your journey that you cannot see just yet. And maybe that you don't understand what's meant to happen with where you are right now, but trust all will be well. Like, I feel like this is a very important message for you right now. Keep in check your question to Spirit, okay? Because I feel like Spirit wants to be careful with you guys because you are in a place of healing right now. It feels like heart chakra opening even because of that big green color here. And the green color is kind of associated with the heart center and your capacity to trust, to be open, to be vulnerable. What is coming through on your tarot cards? Okay, this is way too many cards, so we'll shuffle still, but we have Justice, Judgment, and Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Connect me to pile one, Spirit, and show me what else you have to say about the question and why is the answer no? Okay, we have a card that flipped through. We have the Four of Swords. Again, this energy, it makes me think of this message of trust that all will be well. And it makes me think of this kind of healing as well, because Four of Swords usually is about putting something to rest. It's about putting something to rest right now for my group one. Kind of stopping worrying about something. We have the Magician and we have Temperance here. I feel like those are your cards. I feel like I should keep them. Yeah, there's definitely here some sort of message about allowing something to rest, trusting in the power of your present moment as well. Especially, it's so funny that we have the Magician and Temperance right next to each other, because I always say that the Magician and Temperance, they're kind of like brothers and sisters in tarot, because they're about making some sort of magic happen or some sort of energetic transformation happen inside of our life. They're about manifesting some sort of change. But with Temperance, it's kind of like the higher octave of this card, because Temperance is at this point now where it doesn't even need the Magician tools anymore, and it can transform energy just by it just uses energy, these cups that Temperance is holding here. And basically that's to say that Temperance can take any energy, no matter how it looks like, and it can transform it into something new, into light, into peace, into healing, into love, basically. So I find that very interesting because healing keeps coming through here. It's almost as though you guys are it's almost as though I see a lot of magic around you guys. I know that it sounds strange, but a lot of magic is taking place inside of your energy, inside of your auric field. And it's as though you guys, my group one, need all of the respite with this Four of Swords. You guys need all of the rest and non-interference that you need for this process to be completed here. So I don't know if it's going to make sense, but I feel like you guys are asking a question from a place where what you want would not be able to heal you the way that you think, because the themes of healing are all over your reading. We have not only the card of healing directly, but we have Temperance, which is one of the big cards of healing inside of tarot. And that makes me think, group one, that what you want or what you're asking for or saying yes to your question wouldn't be truly healing for you. Like, it would not fix a situation the way that some of you may think that it would. Either that, or again, like I've said, some of you could be asking your question from a place of anxiety. And maybe that no is the most peaceful answer or the most positive answer for you guys right now, especially with everything that you're going through right now, to give your energy the sort of break and the sort of rest that it needs, because you guys are undergoing a lot of personal transformation is what I'm feeling. And it's so funny because this transformation of a magician and temperance is happening in this space of stillness with the Four of Swords. So it's almost as though you guys are called to rest or called to find your peace of mind where you are or with how things have been going, because there is some sort of magic that is supposed to happen out of that. Or it's almost as though you guys are meant to find power in that, or you guys are meant to transform your life in a greater way. In this way, it's almost as though, like, if I was to say yes to your question, it would interrupt this whole process here that has been in the making for you guys. So Spirit really wants you to trust that the magic is happening. It's almost as though you guys have some intentions as well with the Magician and Temperance that are already working their magic behind the scenes. And maybe that you guys are now in a time where some sort of patience is needed towards that, where it's almost as though like your magic is happening, things are working, because the Magician is a confirmation of that, okay, by the way. So group one, if you've been worried that if something is going to happen for you, I feel like this is where Spirit needs you to relax a little bit more right now. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, hold on a sec, like this is going to happen for you, no doubt about it. Okay, like what you're asking for or what you're wanting or what you've been focusing on, what you've been setting intention towards or directing a lot of your energy towards, this thing is going to happen. But there's something here about waiting a little bit longer on acquiring this thing that you guys are asking for. And with the card of bluff here, it could be a situation inside of your life where you're kind of your perception could be a little bit tricked right now. So this could be somehow like a situation where you're presented with a lookalike of your manifestation, maybe something that really looks like what you've been asking for. But maybe that it's not truly it just yet. So this could be a situation here that you guys are presented with, and there's sort of like a copycat of what you've asked for, but it's not the full real version yet. And that's kind of what I'm getting here about your question. Let's pull a card from this deck again, and then I will read the description from the booklet for you guys just to see some extra messages that could be wanting to come through. But give something the time that it needs to heal. Okay, group one? Like, I feel like one thing that Spirit doesn't want for you is for you to acquire something that you want right now that would just be like a bandage on a wound, and that will disrupt the process of you having to truly heal in depth with something. And you needing maybe to understand the lesson of what you've been going through, or understanding what you have to gain from this chapter right now. And it feels like Spirit is kind of defensive over that. It's been defensive over your healing. And it doesn't want that to be disrupted. Oh my God, okay, we have a card that flipped over. Let me find it. And we have here shake, release. Do you guys see that? Do you freaking see that? Shake, release, heal, move on. You guys, I feel like the answer is pretty clear. This is a no, because you guys need to move on. You guys need to release something. You guys need to heal. You guys need to shake things up. You guys have some manifestations on the way that otherwise would be interrupted or would be blocked if you were to have your question be a yes. So if you guys have been wanting a no, okay, if this feels like a positive no here. Well, I mean, every time that it's a no to our question, every time that spirits deny something to us, it's always for our highest and greatest good. It's just that sometimes we cannot always see why or how, by the way. But I just feel like this is the best no here in this group 1 today. And I feel that it's because there's something even greater that is coming in, or that is in the making, or that is even more so in alignment with what you guys have been calling for, because it feels like you guys have been calling for something here. Not only with this Magician, but also with this Temperance card and this card of acquisition here. It almost feels like you guys have been asking for something to happen and you've been waiting for this to manifest. And right now, you're kind of in a situation that requires a bit more patience than you would like to. And maybe that's what you've been wanting to avoid in a sense. But New Moon and Virgo, trust that all will be well. Like something is still coming for you guys. And it's going to turn out a lot better or a lot more healing than you think it might. And that's why your answer is a no. This is where your highest and greatest healing. Let me read this card out of the deck for you, just to get some extra messages in case that may reach a deeper chord for you guys. Okay, so this is a card of the antelope, and it says, Antelope stands on the savannah enjoying a cool breeze. In the blink of an eye, Cheetah pounces and mounts Antelope's back, making him freeze with fear and become immobilized. Any spectator will assume Antelope is dead. Cheetah drags Antelope's limp body back to a shaded area to begin her feast, but is interrupted by a gang of hyenas. Cheetah, now focused on protecting her food, abandons Antelope to address the approaching hyenas. It is in this moment that Antelope's body will conduct the genius of its intelligence. Still unconscious, Antelope's stomach begins to rise and fall with deep breaths. His body shaking and quivering, Antelope opens his eyes, clumsily rises to his hooves, and bursts into the most powerful run of his life. Antelope's body saves his life. This card is inspired by Dr. Peter Levine's studies on animals in the wild and the ability of movement and release and dispel trauma and anxiety from the body. Often, after the immobility phase of terror, the animal shakes and quivers before returning to full consciousness and running away. The shaking and running are physical responses to discharge the trauma energy from the nervous system. The genius of the body's movement is that the animal does not have to suffer the debilitating effect of post-traumatic stress disorder. The only creature that do not instinctually exhibit this behavior of shaking to release trauma are humans and animals in captivity. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. Antelope's medicine is literally telling you to move. One powerful technique is to set an intention before entering your exercise routine. For example, before you go for a jog, you would say, this movement is for me to let go of this resistance inside and overcome my current obstacle. During your run, you would repeat this over and over again. If you are about to do a yoga session, you might continuously repeat, I am dedicating this yoga practice to releasing my trauma, stepping into my power, and falling deeply in love with myself and life. Connecting intention with movement yields powerful results. Yeah, it is time to move something up inside of you guys' energy for sure. And I feel inviting some sort of new energy, new fresh energy, it seems, especially with Temperance here. Temperance is always looking to transform something into a brand new source. So maybe that some of you guys' question on pile 1 has had a note of returning to something familiar or something comfortable for you, or something of the past, maybe even. Maybe that this is you guys finding yourself all over again in a situation you've already left for a reason. And maybe that it doesn't look in this way. Maybe that you guys, some of you on this panel here think that what you're asking is brand new, but maybe that you don't even realize or haven't meditated necessarily on this yet with a Four of Swords. Four of Swords is kind of meditation. So maybe that if you guys were to meditate on this question a little bit more, you would see how actually there are some pieces to your questions that could be coming from an unhealed space. And this is what Spirit wants to avoid with you guys. It wants you to have to undergo through this process where you can shake things off from your past, and so that you guys can move on with a fresh, brand new, energetic stance, so that you guys don't carry any sort of energetic baggage moving forward, so that you guys don't carry some sort of trauma or pattern moving forward that could be unseen, even here with this card of bluff, that could be sort of tricking your perception right now. And yeah, this is what I see here for you, Pal One. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this reading could offer you the clarity that you were seeking about your question. And if you're interested in getting a future reading from me, again, consider following me for sure. It will be an absolute pleasure to cross paths with you on your feed and read your cards again. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I do offer personal readings. I am a full-time online tarot reader. So when I'm not working on creating content, I'm doing readings all day, almost every day. So for those interested in getting some more insights on a personal query, the links to my shop will be down below in the description box. And otherwise, I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye, you guys. Hello, pal, too, and welcome into your reading. So today is a bit different. I'm going to be freestyling the hell out of this reading today. I have absolutely no plans. Let me start my timer before I forget. Otherwise, I'll just be speaking forever. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'll just be really freestyling this reading today. So I'm going to be answering your question with the help of my pendulum. And after that, I'm going to pull some cards on camera to get some more clarity and insights on your question. So if some of you aren't happy with your answer, okay, definitely stick up to the messages, for the messages with the cards, because that may give you some more context as to how to change your answer or how to accept this answer, okay? Because sometimes it's important that we accept the things that are meant for us, the things that are not meant for us. And sometimes also it's important to listen to our intuition before pick a card reading like this as well. Okay, so just always taking this reading as confirmation and not as, you know, something to shock you out of what you felt already was coming in intuitively for you. So yeah, I trust you with that. And thank you so much for the follower, for one of my followers who has requested this reading today. I love to read for just about any subject, but I love it when you guys share your requests with me, because I want to do readings that you guys also want to watch. Okay, so don't hesitate to share in the comments down below with me what next pick a card you want to see for sure. Okay, so let's get into it, and I hope that you have your question in mind right now. So Spirit, connect me with group 2 and their question, and tell me if this is a yes or a no that you see for them. Oh my God, this is really interesting how this pendulum has been just... Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for your answer. It's so strange how the cap here, I don't know if we will be able to see it on camera. I guess I'll be able to see it maybe with the editing or not. I hope my hand wasn't in the way, but this cap just started shaking first. And then after that, I just started swinging, and I felt like this was odd. Usually when this happens, it's almost like there's another force taking over and wanting to move this pendulum. So it's almost as though you guys' guides are really present in this reading right now. I feel like there's really a force around you guys. Oh my God, I'm having chills right now. Okay, so I feel like I'm on the right path. When I'm getting chills like that, usually it's because I'm onto something. Okay, I'm cooking something. I feel like there's a spiritual force around you guys that could be trying to... I don't like this term. I don't want to say sabotage, okay, because that's not sabotage. Actually, I feel like it's always for our highest good. It's always for our highest protection when spirit is trying to keep us from receiving something or from having something going our way. And I feel like right now, you guys on my pal too have some sort of force intervening around you inside of your life for when it comes to that. It's almost like a force doesn't wants this question to be a no for some reason. And let's see why. Why is that, Spirit? Okay, ooh, we have a card that fell on the floor. Let me get it. Okay, so this is the first quarter moon in Aquarius, and it says, trust the universe. You guys could have somehow been drawn to pile 1 as well. If that's the case, there could be a message in there as well for you, for some of you. But let's keep pulling some cards because I feel like your pal is a different context still. So I feel like you guys have something a little bit different about that. But a team of trust is very important for you guys right now on your journey. And we have love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So I don't know if some of you guys' question here on this box could concern a love interest, or maybe that it could concern someone that you've been interested in knowing what they feel for you. Maybe that could be a possibility. But otherwise, love also lets me know that you guys have a lot of emotional attachment to this. So, thinking things into a completely different context right now, just forgetting about everything that I've said right now. I feel like anyway, you guys have an emotional attachment to this somehow. Maybe that you guys' heart is somehow maybe getting in the way of receiving your answer for this question, or maybe that you guys' emotions could be somehow be very involved in this question here. Let's pull some more cards for you guys. Why is this a no, Spirit? But love, those are my manifestation cards, okay, you guys? So the fact that you guys are kind of manifesting love right now, or manifesting something to love, almost lets me know that you guys have something even better to look forward to on the horizon right now. And this could be why the answer to your question is a no. So I might keep shuffling. I just want to see what fell down for you. We have Jupiter in Cancer, speculation, and we have Venus in Pisces, submission. Let me keep shuffling because I just want one card at a time, please, Spirit. What do you see? Why is the answer? Ooh, oh my God. Okay. You would think that after all these years of being a tarot reader and doing this every day, I will become a good shuffler. And that's not the case at all. Okay. Thankfully, I have some other gifts, but it surely isn't shuffling. Some other tarot readers have it better than me for when it comes to this one. Okay, we have Saturn in Aquarius, the energy of eccentricity. A lot of you guys on this spot could maybe have some Aquarian energy or air sign in their chart. Not obliged to in order for this message to still resonate. But we have here Sun in Gemini. This is a card of versatility. Okay, so it almost feels like to me, my group too, like your heart could be set on something very strongly, or your heart could be really influenced here strongly. And I feel like what the universe wants for you right now is to keep your heart open for something new. So for example, this is maybe keeping your heart open for new love or new connections to enter next, or maybe that this is keeping your heart open to receiving the things that you want in a different manner, especially with the card of eccentricity here. Let's see what is coming through in terms of your tarot, just if it would be giving me more context on what this could be talking about. But you guys are supposed to trust some sort of process here, for sure. Trust in the universe. We have the card of strength. that just flipped over. Okay, so strength is talking about a collaboration and about two energies making things work together. We have the Queen of Cups here. Interesting. Yeah, your heart is really into something. One thing about the Queen of Cups is that she merges. She merges very much with the things that she loves and that she connects emotionally with. So maybe that you guys are too attached here to a situation or too close to a situation. And we have the Sun. You know what, you guys? If you want me to be honest, I feel like this is a no. But because there's something way better that Spirit has in store for you, and it's something that requires you guys to be versatile. It's something that requires you guys to be flexible, to be a bit more open-minded, a bit more open-hearted, because Sun energy is just an energy of possibilities clearing up for you guys and everything seeming so bright and uplifting. And with the Strength card and Queen of Cups, it's almost also making me think of you guys need to trust. You know what this is making me think of, you guys? Strength and Queen of Cups. Actually, this maiden on the Queen of on the Strength card, makes me think of the Queen of Cups, because when the Queen of Cups, like I was saying, loves something, she really merges with it and she really attaches a lot of herself and a lot of her almost like identity to it. And with the Strength card, it almost makes me think like this lady here is in charge of taking care of this lion or taking care of a pet. And so those two cards next to each other, they almost give me that mother kind of feeling. You know, like when you feel like you're responsible for something, like you're responsible of a child, for instance. Like let's say that you're a mom that has been raising your own child for all of these years, and all of a sudden from one day to the next, it's almost as though like your child doesn't need you anymore and your child is ready to step out of the home and, you know, explore life for their own selves. And it's your cards, it's funny because it makes me think of that. It makes me think of like, ooh, you know, that mom phase where it's kind of like you're realizing that your child has grown out of needing you, and all of a sudden they just can go out and explore the world, and you're just like, but you know, I still love my child. I want what's best for them. I don't know if this is a good idea for them. You know, that protective kind of energy here. It's almost as though I feel that with your pal, you guys, almost as though like you guys are very protective of something right now, and you need to let go a little bit more. You need to trust in the power. You need to love this thing enough, basically, to let it follow the path that it's supposed to follow right now. And I feel like I feel like only but good vibes here, almost as though like releasing your grip out of this thing or out of this person or out of this outcome that you have so much emotional attachment towards. I feel like it might just bring you and this other party or this other thing closer. It might just benefit the relationship even more. It might just make it more healthy or make it closer. So it might not be a forever thing, because I feel like there's a strong bond, a strong connection at the heart of this spa here today. And it's almost as though like a relationship here is not broken. If anything, a relationship is strengthening from this no answer today, and from being a bit more versatile and more open to things not necessarily going your way, and you trusting in the ways that your path may diverge from someone or be different from someone. And it may not mean that this is like, let's say that this is calling for a temporary separation or someone to go away to do something and follow their own bliss here with the Sun card. Then maybe that this is not forever. Maybe that this person is meant to return at some point, kind of like the child returning home. and needing the comfort and the love of their mother because it's always going to be there. Like that love is not going anywhere. Do you see what I mean, you guys? I don't know if it makes any sense what I'm saying today for you, pal, but I feel a bit scattered in my answers today so far. It's so funny. I feel scattered a little bit in these readings today for some reason. But with this kind of love, this is making me think like you guys' love is not going anywhere if this is what you're worried about. And I feel like this answer to your question being no is in the favor of love. It's in the favor of something blooming and blossoming here, like we see in the Sun card. It's for the highest and the best of a connection or of a relationship here with a card of strength, so that it doesn't become stifled, so that it doesn't become like smothering. Do you see what I mean? Like Strength card, Queen of Cups, it almost makes me think, it's almost making me think of like allowing a garden or someone that we love to bloom organically how they need to bloom, and not seeking to put our own emotional agenda on that, but just loving something enough to watch it grow like how it's supposed to grow. So this is super interesting because I feel like you guys don't have control here in this situation, because with the strength card, it could concern another party or it could concern a certain dynamic, because we have two very different types of beings that need to cooperate and understand each other or make it work together. We have a lion, which is a wild apex predator that doesn't understand the code of ethic, or the civility of the maiden, that she lives on a totally different page. She lives like in a society of human beings. So it's almost like these two characters here, they have to team up and they have to understand each other, or they have to synergize with each other. But what's beautiful on this card of strength is that those two characters end up loving each other enough to allow each other to be free to stand in their own nature. So it's like this lion here is not wanting or seeking the maiden to become a lion. It loves the maiden enough to remain in what the maiden is supposed to be, to remain in its purity, to remain in its gentleness, in its grace, and in its civility. And the maiden, she loves the lion enough to allow the lion to be the lion, right? It's kind of like in this world, we need both. We need lions as much as we need human beings. Like we need the predators as much as we need the herbivores. Like in this world, there's as much love and tenderness as there is as much, wildness or cruelty. It depends on our perspective, right? And how we see it. But this is about loving something enough here to allow it to grow how it's supposed to grow, and allowing it its differences as well with this card of eccentricity and strength. That's really what I'm feeling here about this pal. Like allowing something to be different from you, allowing something to look or not feel the same as you. I don't know why, but there's a strong note in this spell today for some reason. Almost as though like you guys are not supposed to have your own emotions sort of smother how something is meant to bloom or grow here. It's very interesting. Can we have some more insights on this, Spirit? I will pull this card. Okay, we have breakthrough here. And let me read this card out of the book for you guys to see if there's some more interesting insight that could be coming through, and maybe expand on those messages here today or open us up to something new. Okay, so we have lizard brain. Okay, so the medicine of this card comes through when you are about to level up and have an amazing breakthrough, but you must be made aware that your lizard brain may attempt self-sabotage. Okay, interesting. The eye opening on this image is likened to a seed ripping open to become self-realized. The reptile head on the bottom of this card represents our unconscious reptilian brain, the limbic system. This part of our brain represents fear, flight, fight, addictions, and other emotional behaviors. Interesting, you guys, because I was talking about that with the Queen of Cups. With the Queen of Cups is it's all about looking at our relationship dynamics as well, and looking at any addictive behaviors that we may have inside of our life emotionally or within our relationships even. Okay, so let's keep reading this card. It says here, it hates change and thinks it can keep you safe by pulling you back from taking important risks that can lead to great success. The lizard brain will drown you in fear of potential failure and tell you to stay in a job or relationship that make you miserable because there is a strange safety and a familiarity of what you know. Hey, at least you know it's horrible, so that's safe, right? Wrong. This is just some of the garbage logic of the lizard brain, the master of self-sabotage. So this card is about surpassing the prehistoric program of our beliefs and behaviors to evolve into who we know we can be. The art of your breakthrough is the determined effort to constantly question your perception. Take a moment to analyze a current obstacle or moment of resistance you are dealing with. This obstacle is a golden nugget moment to challenge your perception. Examine the story in your mind's eye, Even being aware that you just got hijacked by lizard brain doesn't necessarily dispel all the worry running through your body. At this moment, you may have to just move forward while still feeling fear and not believing fully in yourself, but the action of going forward is what will lead you to the critical breakthrough. So this is interesting because this energy of being smothered could even be you guys feeling like you're being smothered by a situation or another party or in a relationship here, needing to bloom or expand your wings out of this for some reason, or needing to find your own freedom out of it with this card of eccentricity here, Saturn in Aquarius. Aquarian energy, especially in terms of Saturn, is all about like breaking the karmic cycles. And that can be sometimes inside of our family or inside of groups, circles, friendships, partnerships, anywhere. And so this is very interesting here because it feels like you guys have some sort of breakthrough that is supposed to happen for sure. And we have the Sun card here, the card of illumination as well. So it's almost as though you guys have a spiritual awakening that is in the making right now. And that's why the answer to your question is no, for some reason. So maybe that this love here is even self-love with the Queen of Cups. Maybe that you guys need all of the self-love and all of the self-respect right now, to allow your own differences be a part of the world with this Strength card here. If you feel like this is someone else that has a difficulty to accept that inside of you, or that could sometimes make you feel bad for being in your own nature without you feel like you're the lion or you feel like you're the maiden. But yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for you, Paltsu, about your questions. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope that this reading could offer you a bit of clarity to what you were seeking, hopefully. And if you are interested in getting a future reading with me, consider following me for sure. It would be a pleasure to be able to cross paths with you on your feed and read your cards again. And for those of you wondering as well, of course, I do offer personal readings. I am a full-time online tarot reader. So when I'm not working on creating content like this, I am doing readings all day, every day. So for those interested in getting some more insights one-on-one with me, the link to my store and services will be down below in the description box. And otherwise, I hope to see you all soon for a next video. Mwah. Bye bye, you guys. Hello, Ball 3, and welcome to your reading. So today I will be freestyling the shit out of these readings. So I will be answering a question with my lovely pendulum right here, and I'm going to pull a few cards on the screen today to get some more clarity or insights, some more details on your situation or on your question. So if some of you aren't happy with your answer, you may get some clarity as to how to change this answer. Or if you're happy with it, then it may just offer you some more detailed context on why that is, or it may just help you accept your answer for some reason, because sometimes that is important too, right? Sometimes we need to honor and respect our answer. So thank you so much to this person, to the one of my followers who has requested this reading. I love to read for just about anything, but I love when you guys also share your requests with me, because I want those readings to also be about things that are interesting for you and about messages that you guys actually want to receive. Okay, so let's get into it. And I hope that you guys have thought about your question and have it in mind right now. So, Spirit, connect me to group 3 and to their question. And tell me if this is a yes or a no that you see for them. Spirit, is this a yes or a no? Oh, this is odd. It almost looked like it wanted to do a no at first, but then this no transform into a yes for you guys. So it's interesting because maybe that's something about your situation or your question will turn out unexpectedly. Like maybe that at first your situation kind of will look like a no with all of the information that you will seem to be getting around you, all of the signs that you will be getting, and then maybe that is going to turn into a yes for some reason. So this could be the case here of someone changing their mind, maybe, or this could be an unexpected change of circumstances happening surrounding your question as well. So I would say for you guys, my group 3, be careful not to take the signs that you're seeing at face value for when it comes to your question. Very, very important for some reason for you guys to not take things as face value for some reason. Okay. Let's get into why that is. Why is this a yes, Spirit? Connect me to pile 3 and show me why do you see a yes for their question? Okay, we have a card that flipped here. We have New Moon and Pisces, attuned to the divine. Interesting. I feel like you guys again have been asking Spirit for a lot of confirmation. I feel like you guys have been trying to attune to the divine a lot and just continue to feel to do what feels right for you always. I feel like you guys have been consulting with Spirit a lot about your question. And I don't know, I just feel like you guys have been doing a lot of spiritual work behind the scene for when it comes to this question as well. And I feel like this is a reason why this is a yes for you. And maybe that this is why as well, at first it almost seemed like it wanted to do a no, but then it turned into a yes. Like it almost makes me think like there was maybe some sort of energy working, or maybe some sort of spiritual working, maybe that you guys had to do behind the scene, behind your question. And that's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of people sometimes they don't realize that sometimes to do the work doesn't necessarily mean to do an action in the physical world around us. But sometimes it can just mean like reframing our mindset, or just reforming our energy around the question, or around what we are asking, or around what we're manifesting, or what we are seeking for some reason. And I feel like you guys have been doing that. You guys have been switching strategy, and you guys have put a lot of spiritual work behind this for some reason. So that's the first thing that I'm getting. But let me pull some more cards, see what you guys are sort of manifesting right now at this time. See what your question could maybe be about, or what is sort of coming with your yes. We have here fertility.
Let all take root, seed and sprout. Let new life be all about. So this could be what this is talking about for some of you here on this spell. This could be talking about new life breathing somewhere inside of either your intentions, inside of your manifestations. This could be literally inside of your body, if some people here have been wanting to conceive. But this card here of fertility could be as literal or metaphorical as you want it to be. So, depending on what your question is. But with fertility, this is letting me know that the right energy is behind the seed that you guys have been planting, especially with attuned to the divine here. I feel like it's been in sync with the divine's plan for you guys, or it's been in tune with your purpose, with the higher plan that spirit has for you. I don't know why I keep picking up on that. Maybe because it's Pisces energy, and Pisces is really about our relationship to and between us and the infinite. Basically, it's our relationship between us and the Most High, because with Pisces it's always about returning to God, whatever this God is for you and whatever that means for you in the moment. So it's about tuning in with something even bigger than ourselves, and it feels like you guys have been really in sync here. You guys have been listening to your energy levels. You guys have been listening and waiting for the right season to sort of plant the seeds of what you've been wanting to grow here. We have the card of defense, Mars and Taurus in the second house. So defense is making me think that something is being protected for you guys. Like spirit has come at your own protection or at your own defense with something. And it's defending those seeds, or it's protecting those seeds that you guys are looking to manifest right now. So if it's been sort of a worry for you inside of your mind, just rest assured that spirit has your back here for some reason, you guys. And look at this. This is beautiful. We have Saturn in Sagittarius, ninth house energy. This is the card of fulfillment. Yeah, I feel like you guys are about to feel very, very fulfilled with what is coming through next for you guys. Let's see what is coming through with your Nine of Cups energy. Fulfillment, though, is just telling me that whatever you guys have been doing, it's working. What you guys have been basically concentrating on, it is working. And that's because I feel like it's just your energy. Your energy is really in alignment with whatever this could be. It's almost as though you guys could have maybe practiced a lot of gratitude, maybe. Because I just feel like you guys are in the most beautiful frequency. Like your frequency is in a perfect place that it could be to grow something right now, or to have something come to fruition that you guys really, really want, and that would really emotionally fulfill you with this Pisces element and this card of fulfillment. And Sagittarius energy is really about making your wildest dreams come true. Like Sagittarius energy is a goal chaser, is a dream chaser. And my own optic, we had the card of sad squirrel. Funny, it's the first time that I see this card from this deck here. I haven't used this deck that much, by the way, but we have here sad squirrel. Funny, I don't even know what this card means, but I'll just connect myself to it intuitively. I just want to see what other cards may want to come through for you guys. Why is this a yes, spirit? We have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Queen of Wands. You know what? I feel like you guys won't take no for an answer. And that's why your answer is a yes. You guys won't take no for an answer, especially with this Queen of Wands here. And it's so special that this Queen of Wands on this card is surrounded by cats, big cats. Usually there's just a black cat on the Queen of Wands, but she's surrounded by lions here on this card. So you guys could be really, you could have an energy connected to powerful goddesses, fire goddesses, or goddesses associated with big cats. Goddess, I don't know why, but Durga, and also Sekhmet is coming to my mind somehow with this card. Just powerful feminine leader type of energy associated with ferocity. I don't know why I'm seeing that in my mind's eye right now. I feel like you guys have such an authority over whatever your question is. Even this sad squirrel, I'm just watching him with this baseball bat. Like, it's kind of like he's holding a stick of wood, but he's ready to beat up everybody that will come up against him for some reason. And it makes me think of this Eight of Swords. Like, Eight of Swords energy is actually about our thoughts being closing up on something so firmly that it makes it true, or it makes it a reality that we are now bounded by. It's the card of binding something, basically. And sometimes we can bind things against ourselves for the wrong reasons or for the worst, but sometimes we can bind things towards ourselves too for good reasons. Sometimes the power of our thoughts, of our mind, of our words can make things true in a so good way, and sometimes it can make it through in a powerful, very positive way as well. And so I feel like this is just talking to me about the work that you guys have been doing a lot. Again, I feel like it is just confirming what I was picking up on you guys, to where I feel like you guys had I don't know why, Sad Squirrel, Eight of Swords is making me think to me about like a pessimistic mind that you guys have worked at turning around completely, especially with this Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is the type of character that believes that she's able to accomplish absolutely anything that she sets up her mind or intention towards. So it almost makes me think like you guys had to train to become a really good magician somewhere. For when it comes to this question, you guys had to learn to lock in on what you would see or envision or want to see come through for yourself. And it's making me think of, like, you know how some people sometimes they can think of all of the worst case scenarios as to why something is not going to happen. Like, I feel like you guys have started locking in on the opposite end of the spectrum now, to where it's now about like all of the best possible ways that this could happen. Like, for instance, it makes me think of like someone that wants to change something inside of their life, or that wants to accomplish a certain goal. And instead of looking at all of the ways why they won't be able to keep up with that goal, or why it cannot happen for them, they're looking at all of the best things that could happen. Shall they decide to, again, remain locked in with the plan? And I feel like you guys have been really locked in with the plan here. And especially this defense card, Eight of Swords, it's really making me think of that too. We have 6 swords here on this card, but it still makes me think of that same dynamic here of being defensive over those plans and those goals that you have, and being so locked in that nobody can convince you out of your own mind. And it's so interesting because you guys could be on a similar resolution than me right now, because it's funny, like this year, this has been something for me. Like, I've been going through a little bit more anxiety than usual, with everything that has been happening around in the news. I mean, you guys know it, right? And also everything that has been happening inside of the world, just the environmental anxiety, just the anxiety of not having, of feeling like, the world is a more scarier place to live in right now. And I really made this vow with myself this year that I will want to look at these things more positively from now on, and, disconnect from like all of that negativity around me a little bit more. And instead of looking at things in a very doom and gloom way, I want to look at how those situations that I feel are very disempowering me, or kind of like doomed in a sense, how they could turn out to be beneficial, or how they could turn out to be the biggest blessing inside of my life, or how, kind of like the positive that could emerge from it, or the sort of like beautiful things that could happen from it. And I feel like I've been in a situation inside of my life where I started seeing that happening now. I started seeing like how my karma has been turning and shifting. And with those things that I've manifested lately, it's almost like I've manifested the most beautiful things out of my own bad luck. And I'm telling you guys about this because this is a similar type of energy here that I'm feeling. Almost like you guys could be battling against some sort of odd or statistic here, or maybe that you guys are in a situation where you feel like the odds are against your favors, or maybe that you're around a lot of energies that have tried to discourage you or make you look at the negative side of your situation, or how what you're looking to grow or looking to accomplish is difficult, or maybe that there are less possibilities for you for some reason. And I feel like you guys have been really working at overturning your mind for when it comes to that, and starting to see your situation or your question here as to, you know what, like this can actually happen for me. This is a possibility. I just need to start nourishing more positivity surrounding it for some reason. I don't know why, like this sunflower that this Queen of Wands is holding here as well is really making me think of that as well. Like I need to develop more fiercelessness. I need to be more fierce and more defensive over the things that I say that I can accomplish, or the things that I see for myself. And I need to not let the world discourage me right now, or not let the odds that I'm battling right now sort of put me down. It's really making me think of that for you guys. Let's see what last message we could be pulling for you about your question. I just want one card, Spirit, please. Okay, we have a card that fell down, but we have here a card that flipped through for you guys, and it's focused on the big picture. Exactly. I feel like you guys have definitely been focusing on the big picture and focusing more on the positive as well of a situation. Instead of focusing and closing down on reasons to be sad, or reasons to be defeated, or reasons to be disempowered, I feel like you guys started overturning that into seeing the light in this situation and seeing what is the best that could happen if you would start locking in and believing more in what you're working towards. And I feel like it's been working for you guys. And this is why your answer is a yes. Let's see here what this card says. We have Visionary Hawk. The Visionary Hawk card comes with a powerful message about a higher perspective. The image of the hawk coming out of the eye asks you to transcend your current perception and see the bigger picture. Hawk is aligned with the lighthouse that focuses on the light on the bee here on this card, which represents your purpose and desire. Hawk says you must expand your perception to encompass a higher viewpoint and focus on the things you want. Then victory, represented by the crown here on this little bee here, is the only next logical step. Exactly. That's really what I'm feeling for you guys as well. Hawk is asking you to take control of your thoughts. This is this Eight of Swords. This is what you guys have been doing. Stop playing the victim to external circumstances and own the truth that you create your own reality. This is scary. This is just really scary right now. What the hell? This is really confirming your message. Okay. Declare that your life is going to be the most fulfilling, prosperous, and joyous you have ever experienced. Proclaim that you will overcome all obstacles, your self-doubt, and your insecurities, because you have a gift that only you were created to share. Regardless of whether your current situation is less than desirable, this card comes as a confirmation that something beautiful is awaiting you. But the first step is to make a decision to get out of your ego's limited perception. That is for sure. This is this Eight of Swords that you guys have been working at overcoming, I feel. You guys had to overcome first the negative or the more disempowering side to your question here before turning it into a yes. So it's really funny because you guys' answer is really dependent on what you believe in. And that's what this Eight of Swords and Queen of Wands is saying here. What you guys believe you're able to accomplish is truly influencing the answer to your question right now. And that's why it almost felt like you were almost about to get a no, but then you got a yes. It's almost as though Spirit is saying, like, believe in you, guys. You need to believe in you and what you're planting here or what you're doing. You need to believe that it's a possibility. You need to open up your perspective or your third eye, your inner eye, and see it as a possibility for you guys, for it to become it, basically. Okay, so what else does it say? I'm kind of lost here. Okay. Proclaim that you will overcome all obstacles, yada yada. But the first step is to make your decision to get out of your ego. Okay, testify to the world and yourself that something big is awaiting you. Not even your disbelief in yourself will stop you from fulfilling your purpose. You were created for greatness. Hawk's medicine asks you to immediately snap out of whatever discouraging story may be playing in your mind and immediately focus on the power of all achievements that await you. You guys, this couldn't be more clear. I feel like there's a lot of power in your mind. There's a lot of power in your visualization abilities, or there's a lot of power in your words, you guys. Everything that the swords stand for. You guys can lock in your own curses as well as you can lock in your own blessings towards you, okay? Don't forget about that. But pile 3, this is all that I'm seeing for you. Thank you so very much for having tuned in. I hope that this reading could offer the clarity that you are seeking somehow. And if you're interested in getting a future reading with me, consider following me because it will be an absolute pleasure for me to cross paths with you again on your feed and to read your cards again. And for those of you wondering, yes, I do offer personal readings. I am a full-time online tarot reader. So when I'm not working on creating content like this, I'm doing readings all day, every day, you guys. That's my main gig. So if you're interested in booking a reading with me one-on-one, all the information for that will be down below in the description box. And otherwise, I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye bye, you guys. Hello, pile 4, and welcome to your reading. So today I'm just really freestyling everything. So I will be answering your question with my pendulum, and then I'm going to pull some cards on the camera to get some more clarifying insights on your question. So if some of you aren't happy with your answer, maybe you're going to get some more information on how to change your answer, or if you're happy with it, then maybe that this may just offer you with some more detailed context onto why that is, or it may just bring you to accept the answer as it is as well. Trust in your own judgment, trust in the power of your own wisdom and of your own intuition. Okay, because that is really important. So thank you so much for the follower that has requested this reading for me in one of the comment section of one of my video. I don't remember which video it was. I tried to find it again and I couldn't. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I love to read for just about anything. And I love when you guys give me your own requests or suggestions because I absolutely want this channel to be for you guys as well. So I want to be able to read messages that you guys are interested in receiving, right? That is one of my big role as well. So don't hesitate to put it in the comment section as well if you guys have some suggestions. Okay, so let's get into it, and I hope that you have your question in mind right now. So Spirit, connect me to the question of group 4 and tell me if this is a yes or a no that you see for them. Is this a yes or a no, Spirit? This feels like a yes right away. And this feels kind of straight to the point too. Like there's no hesitation. with your pendulum. So this just looks like a yes. Okay, so let's get into your cards now to see why that is. Get some more clarity. Spirit, connect me to pile 4. Oh, okay, this is 2 cards. I will just keep shuffling, but we have honor your feelings and cool your emotions. Okay, but connect me to pile 4 and show me why you see a yes for them, Spirit. Why is this a yes? Okay, we have the new moon in Scorpio and it says, go deeper. Okay, so you guys may definitely be called to go deeper with a situation. I was about to like, no, this is literal. Like, okay, so you may be asked to basically keep exploring the potential of something right now. This is what go deeper is making me think of. We have Saturn in Aries, the card of risk. So you guys may be called, maybe that going deeper with something means taking more risks with something. Maybe that it means doing something that you're a little bit afraid or a little bit apprehensive around right now. And we have achievement, the sun in Capricorn and 10th house energy. Okay, so this confirms it. This confirms that this question requires some sort of boldness here, or it requires some sort of bigness coming out of you, pile 4. I don't know why, but it's making me think of that. Like Capricorn energy is also about that. It's about ambition. And Aries as well is a very, very ambitious sign. Like what Capricorn and Aries share together would probably be that, like ambition. So go deeper could be talking about that here. It could be talking about like you being ready to take a bigger step, or you being ready for a change, you being ready to branch out, you being ready to step out there and put yourself out there, or pursue higher goals, take bigger risks with what you're doing. There's really this energy here, like you're ready for that. Let's see what's manifesting out of your question here. But yes, like if your question has been regarding, I don't know why I'm hearing that for you guys, but if you've been asking yourself, am I ready for this? Like, I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to take this big step or this next step or to try something new, or if I'm ready for, like, the answer is yes. Okay. If your question regards something like that, like remotely or closely, I feel like your answer is yes. You're ready for some sort of major step here outside of your comfort zone, you guys. You're ready to do something a little bit different or something a little bit scary. Do you guys see this? We have the card of courage. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. What was I saying, you guys? You guys are ready. You guys are ready to take bigger risks, to challenge yourself a little bit more. I feel like you guys could have kept maybe yourself a bit small somewhere, or maybe that there are some fears that need addressing right now, that need you to go deeper into deeper exploration with them, because Scorpio energy is also about that. Like I feel like Scorpio is about exploring the deepest bit of our own psyche. Like I always see the 3 water signs as like different, parts of the oceans, right? I always say that Cancer is kind of like the tides, or Cancer is like the waves, right? It's kind of like the currents of the ocean. And Pisces is the life under that ocean, all of the wildlife, all of the plants, and all of the animals living in the ocean. And Scorpio is the abyss. This is where the weird little alien creatures live at. Like for me, that is. So I would say Pisces is close to that as well, but I would say Scorpio is kind of like the deep black hole, like it's the abyss. So it's exploring the deepest parts of our own subconscious, of our own psyche, where our fears reside, right? Where all of the things that we can consider to be taboo, or that we consider to be scary, or that we consider to be kind of forbidden or mysterious or unknown, That's where it lives. That's where Scorpio thrives, and exploring that and bringing that back at the surface. So this is making me think of that. Like, you guys are ready for a deeper kind of exploration with something. You guys are ready to basically go to depths that you've never been at before, and to risk something. I feel here as well, to risk something for some sort of achievement that is truly worth it. I feel like there's an inner warrior inside of you right now that you guys are being called to conjure up here. And that's why your answer is a yes, and it feels like a scary yes. So you guys are a special pile here today, because it's not like a no that feels positive or negative. It's not a yes that feels like exciting. It's a yes that, well, yes, it feels exciting, of course, but there's a mix of fear with that. I feel for you guys. It's almost like I've been afraid for this question to be confirmed. And I feel that it's because there's something that is a bit outside of your comfort zone with your question. Or maybe that with this yes, if it's not pulling you outside of your comfort zone, then it includes that you need to do something that may put yourself in the light, or that may put something to risk, or maybe that it includes you somehow having to take your courage inside of your own hands. Like, there's really something about that linked to you guys as yes. So it's not an easy yes. It's not a comfortable yes to receive. And if you guys can feel that right now, then you're on the right path. Okay? Then you're on the right path. If this yes feels kind of uncomfortable or a little bit scary, it could feel exciting too, okay? Don't get me wrong, but it could feel also a little bit scary. We have the Two of Cups reversed. Two of Cups reversed. Two of Cups reversed could definitely be talking about you guys not needing to be held by the hand anymore somewhere with something, and having to trust your own judgment, because you can't depend on someone else to sort of secure you or do something for you anymore. It's kind of like an energy of like you're left to your own devices for when it comes to this Page of Wands. And you guys need to trust yourself in this, whatever this is. You guys are ready to trust yourself more and to less lean on external sort of support or external validation or an external push. Like Two of Cups reverse makes me think of that. It doesn't make me think of necessarily like a separation or anything like that. Look, we have Chariot reverse, because sometimes Two of Cups in reverse can speak about that too, like some sort of separation, or going marry your own way or something like that. But this Two of Cups reverse for you guys, for some reason, is making me think of like you guys are ready to not have your hand held somewhere anymore. You remember when we were learning how to ride our bicycle when we were young? Like at some point our parents needed to remove the little wheels, right? And it was really scary. Like this is the same. I feel like you guys are ready. Spirit is ready to take the little wheels off with something for you guys, so that you can see how amazing it is to ride this bike freely, to be in control of your own bike, to be in control of your own car for the first time. Like, you see what I mean? And Chariot is kind of like that too. Like the feeling of the Chariot, when we are in the Chariot moment, it's almost like us taking the wheel for the first time, us getting to drive the car without someone right next to us for the first time. Like that feeling of excitement and freedom and a little bit like, it feels a bit scary, because it's like, what about if I do a mistake? Or what about if I get myself in trouble or in a situation where I don't know what to do? It's that same feeling. It's kind of like me recently when I learned to drive manual a few years ago. I felt like this, and it's this feeling that your cards are giving me, you guys. But metaphorically, right? I'm sure that your question is maybe a little bit deeper than just driving your own car, but I don't know, maybe it is. But I feel like there's a lot of excitement and a lot of inspiration that you guys that is being conjured up inside of you guys' journey right now. I feel like you guys are in a very, very inspirational phase of your life right now. And this is why the Page of Wands is here. I feel that this is a moment meant to conjure up a lot of new inspiration for you, a lot of new ideas for you, and a lot of new creativity for you, a lot of purpose and drive or passion maybe. And I feel like you guys are supposed to channel that and utilize that. And so this is why the answer to your question is yes for some reason. You guys on my pile 4, I feel like you guys are ready to take the high road and just trust yourself with something. Trust yourself being the leader of your own chariot here and taking the wheel or taking the reins somewhere and not being as guided anymore with the Two of Cups reversed. And you guys are ready to pursue a goal on your own here. This could be that with a Page of Wands. Are you ready to sort of take the driver's seat for when it comes to something for sure? And there's no more sharing here. Like Two of Cups reversed for me is making me think of like, you cannot share this position. Like there's only one person that can sit on that wheel or that can sit on that throne or that can have this role or that can get the job done. And it is essentially you, pile 4. So you need to trust yourself in whatever this is here. And you need to trust that great achievements are going to come through out of this and out of trusting yourself, out of taking that risk, whatever it is, out of, going somewhere that you never been to before for the first time, or out of, just taking your courage and making that move, making that bold step and risking that accident. Like sometimes Chariot reverse, it can talk about that. Like I'm afraid that things are going to go off rail or that I'm going to get inside of an accident. Like I feel like there's just this essence here in your cards. Like you need to learn by doing it. Like whatever this is, you need to learn. There's a lesson here or something that is meant to inspire you, and it wouldn't be as inspirational for you, or it wouldn't give you the passion that you're supposed to gain out of this if it wasn't you experiencing this and being thrown to the wolves with this. Do you see how here on this card of risk, there's just like this character here and they're alone sitting against this bear? It's almost like in a situation where there's this bear and you have to make yourself bigger and grab a stick and be like, rah, right? Scare the bear off away. Like it makes me think of the same. Like you guys are just in a situation here where you have to be fierce, where you're going to figure it out along the way. And that's what Spirit is highlighting here. That is really important. Let me pull a last card for you guys and get some last messages for you about your question. What else do you have to say about pile 4's yes, Spirit? Why is this a yes? I have a card here and it says, see that, you guys? Just trust. Just trust. Like this is very straightforward, this reading. This is my straightforward pile. I feel like you're the pile where your answer is the most clear and straightforward. Like keep doing what you're doing. Keep heading that direction you've been wanting to head down to. So this is a card of the mole, and it says here, Mole not only sees poorly, but also hears and smells poorly too. The one ability he can rely on to guide him where he wants to go is his sensitivity towards vibrations. This is why Mole comes to teach us the medicine of absolute trust, even in the darkness. When you receive this card, it is a tremendous confirmation that you will find what you seek. Not only will things work out, but they will also be better than what you can fathom. with your current understanding of reality. I feel like this is this card of achievement here, and this Chariot reversed as well. You guys have been really afraid of seeing something fail, essentially. And I feel like you guys just need to trust in this, because I feel like you're the one dictating if this is going to be a failure or not. And you not trying, or you not doing this move, or you not making the decision, or you dissuading yourself of what you're trying to do, will be the only way to fail whatever this is here. So just trust yourself. And it says here, right now is of the utmost importance to have an unwavering faith, even if you do not see proof or any progress. Go forward. Do not aim for perfection, because it will only block you from success. Okay, so maybe that this is this message of go deeper as well. Maybe you guys have been working at releasing a lot of perfection here. And it says, do what you intend to do, even if you may feel scared. These cards have been so scary, you guys. Like, these oracle cards at the end, reading those messages have been scarily accurate so far. Okay, and it says here, something that deeply resonates with your heart is awaiting you. The image of the sapling in the card represents your stage in the game. You have no idea if you will blossom into the great oak, the poetic rosebush, or perhaps the majestic redwood, but something profound is meant for you, and you must withstand the waiting game. You must see your wish without seeing it, and hear your desire without hearing it. You must be your fullest self without even knowing what that looks and feels like. What you want also wants you, but you must walk towards it with steadfast conviction. This card is a mighty confirmation. Feel a breath of relief and get excited. Mole's medicine is simple yet deep. His medicine is letting you know it is safe to trust. It's going to happen for you. I'm excited for you guys. But pile 4, this is all that I'm seeing for you. I hope that this was a strong confirmation for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope that this reading could offer you the clarity that you were seeking. And if you're interested in getting a future reading from me, consider following me. It will be a pleasure to cross paths with you again on your feed and to read your cards once more. And for those wondering, yes, I do offer personal readings. I am a full-time online tarot reader, you guys. So when I'm not working on creating content like this, I'm working on readings every day, all day. So if you guys have been interested to book me for a personal query, the information to that and the links to all my stores will be down below in the description box. And otherwise, I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Bye bye, guys.